before we get started with the video, today is my son Caden's birthday. If you guys could please leave a comment saying happy birthday, Caden, I'm sure he'd greatly appreciate that. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the video now. Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button and hit the like button while you're at it. So we got some more stuff done to the truck. So we're going to go over here and I'm going to show you that. I ended up getting this racing steering wheel from a CRX at Budget Wrench-A-Par, the local salvage yard. I only paid like $14 or something like that for it with the hub adapter. It sucks seeing a perfect CRX out there, but I decided to grab this little cheap steering wheel while I was at it. I even ordered a little Dragon Ball Z horn button that's going to go in here. It's pretty cool. So once that gets here, I'll do a video on all of that. So these are the crappy mounts that I made. I sent these to a good friend and subscriber, Sinformant. His name's Joe. So huge shout out to Joe for making me better versions of these. As you can see, these are absolutely terrible with my absolutely terrible welds, but they were just mock-up pieces so he could make a better version or improve on the version I have right here, which he decided to make better ones for obvious reasons. So I'll show you that here in a second. Also, he sent some more blow-off valve inserts. So this gray one over here is the one I had on my EF. The longer one, which was more like sounds really loud and obnoxious. Do you like the just the noise one from the HKS, or do you like the stubby one? If you didn't see that video, I'll link it in the description. These things sound really cool, so you can definitely get a hold of him if you have an HKS style blow-off valve. He makes these things. He's not sure what this one here sounds like yet, so I'm going to have to test that out. But I really love how this one sounds. This should make a whooshing noise, kind of like an RFL blow-off valve. But yeah, I'm gonna have to test those out. Unfortunately, you won't hear them with how loud the open down pipe is right now currently. It just ends right here. But we will be getting an electronic dump set up right here, and then the rest back will be 2.5 inch for my daily drivability, so it'll be a little quieter. But whenever I want to go fast, all I'll do is hit an electronic button and it'll dump it straight down onto the ground, kind of how it's set up right now. So as you can see over here, this is the steel plate that he made with way stronger welds and a lot thicker metal, and it is super solid. There's one like this that goes on the other side as well. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't fit very well underneath the intake manifold, but it's the same basic principle as this one. It's really solid and really good. Now this is the factory mount here, but it's just to absorb some of the vibrations. The other side is directly to the frame, so it is super solid. Also, yeah, I have a Dragon Ball screwed right here on the strut top. It's the same thread pitch, so I tightened it on there. But it's pretty cool, I think. I'm going Dragon Ball Z themed if you haven't figured that out. So I want to show you a little video clip of how sturdy it is. I basically just pop the clutch multiple times so you can see how much the engine doesn't move. So here's that. Yeah, as you can see, the engine's barely moving at all, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want. I would go out and do some rips on it, but unfortunately the drive shaft is absolutely terrible. This one that we mocked up was basically just a mock-up. I was hoping it would work, but I had a feeling it wouldn't. I need a proper in-mill machine and some other stuff like that to get a proper setup for it. But I did find a company out of Hurst, Texas, and my good friend is going to be taking it over there, so huge shout out to Josh for that. He's going to be taking the drive shaft I have to Dallas area. That's where Hurst, Texas is. It's out by Fort Worth, Dallas area. And he's going to take the drive shaft out there. They're going to make me a perfect version of what I made. So that'll be a few weeks, unfortunately, before I get to do any real driving. This thing does run and drive, but I only move it in and out of the driveway for right now until that drive shaft. Then we'll get some tuning done to it and definitely go for some rips for sure. Also, for anyone wondering, I got the black mark up out of the driveway. I used muriatic acid and a scrubber brush, which I have right over here. This scrubber brush worked really well. Then pressure washed it. Of course, the MDX leaks, so I have to re-clean the driveway up. I got to fix the power steering leak on the MDX. That will hopefully, if God is willing, in the near future, get some much needed love, and I'll record that. Also, the TL is doing absolutely great, for anyone who was wondering. But I went ahead and did the door jambs, finally. So now the door jambs match the rest of the truck on both sides. I think it looks pretty good. And here's the shifter that sinformant sent. It's a lot nicer, and it goes up taller. I am gonna have to get some bucket seats in here soon, just because when it, like, this is in reverse right now, and it almost touches. I mean, it's pretty close, but I can't scoot the seat any further forward or it will hit it. This is actually a factory shift boot from an RX-8, since I'm running the RX-8 manual transmission, the 6-speed manual. This one here came out of the RX-8 I got this transmission from, so thought that'd be a pretty cool little touch. Also, I've got to get some gauges down here. I'm most likely going to utilize this since that's where the factory shifter went. Now it's just got a block off plate. I'm going to use this area hopefully to put some gauges like water temp and oil pressure, stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely making some progress. Got it cleaned up in here for sure. I really love how this is. It's definitely better than shifting way down here and having to lean all the way over to shift. It's great. But yeah, huge shout out to Joe for making an awesome shifter. He basically just found this piece and welded it on there, welded a bolt on so I could run this Dragon Ball shift knob. I have some other Dragon Ball themed stuff that's going to go in here, but when those get in, I'll definitely do a video. Got the little Shenron air freshener. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely making some progress for sure. I'm super happy with how it's turning out. And as for the valve cover that was on it with the catch can fittings on there, this is going to Josh for payment for him taking the drive shaft for me to Hurst, Texas. That's where he lives as well, so it's right down the street from him. So I can't wait to see what this looks like on his TSX. It's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I just want to get you guys a video. I didn't know how many actually watched my previous video. At this current point, I think it's like 2,000 people, 2,000 views at least. So I'd definitely like to see those numbers get up. If you guys could please just share the video of this running and share this video as well, I'd greatly appreciate it. As a lot of you already know, I make a living off of YouTube. Well, I try to at least. It's pretty difficult at times. It's not all glamorous like those other people that make tons of money. I make enough to survive and put some parts in the car. A lot of it's because of donations and sponsorship through other companies. So a huge shout out to everybody who has donated. I greatly appreciate it. It helps tremendously. I still have a family to feed, and every little bit helps. But there will definitely be more coming out soon as I get more stuff done. So once I get this able to be drove, we'll get that exhaust ran with an electronic cutout, and I'll show you all of that as well. We still have a lot of work to do, but we've made tons of progress. This thing runs and it drives, so that's I guess the step in the right direction for sure. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, get this video edited and out for you today. So I greatly appreciate you guys checking in, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. It helps so much. But I will see you guys in the next video, and as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.